All right, good afternoon. Happy Tuesday, everybody, January 16th. We're here for How to Master LinkedIn in 2024, and we're so glad you could join us. We're so glad you could be flexible as well with our start time being bumped up half an hour. We so appreciate that so many of you are here. We're here to talk about, as the title implies, how to master LinkedIn here in 2024, whether you're looking for a job, looking to build your credibility, looking for new clients, or just looking to network with the right people so that you can achieve whatever professional goals that you may have. So joining us today here on Albert's List is LinkedIn expert Nina Caputi and founder of the Expat Woman. And she herself has built a lot of expertise on LinkedIn. She was recognized as a LinkedIn expert in San Francisco in 2023, and she's here today to share all the various things that you can learn how to do on LinkedIn, whether it's hidden features you didn't know about, how to network effectively, and build your expertise. Nina, thank you for joining us. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Albert. I'm so excited to be back again 1 week later with this workshop on how to master LinkedIn in 2024. And by the way, Albert, my name's Nina, not Nina. If you go to, so this is a quick tip I'm going to share with everyone. If you go to someone's LinkedIn, because I wanted to use it as a learning experience. If you can record your name and how it's pronounced on your LinkedIn profile. If you go to my LinkedIn profile, you'll see a little speaker next to my name. So if you click on it, it gives you the name pronunciation, because some of us have names which are not very common. And I'm sure, Albert, if I pronounce your last name, I'm going to mess it up. So just a quick tip on, also checking, especially if you're a job seeker and you're being interviewed, or a recruiter, and you want to figure out the pronunciation of the name, go to LinkedIn. And if you don't have the name pronunciation, make sure that you do use it. You just go to your LinkedIn app on your phone, and when you do go to the intro card where you can change your name and your title, it also provides you with the option to record your name. It's a very quick tip, which many people are not aware of, and I hope you'll use it.
Awesome. Yeah, no, that's a great tip. Thank you, Nina. And I have one of those complex foreign last names too, right? So it's Albert Chen, even though everybody has a wide variety of different names. So I think it's a great feature to have. And so
and that just shows you
for folks.
Yeah, and that just shows you that LinkedIn is focused on accessibility and diversity, which is great, right? So I love it. Yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and present. I am trying to get the full screen, and this always takes a few minutes, so please bear with me. Okay, there we go. All right, and I'm going to keep the chat box open. I want this to be really interactive, like we did last time, so that you can get as much out of LinkedIn as much as you put in, or rather as much out of this work masterclass by being interactive and responding to stuff and doing stuff I ask you to do. So as Albert did a wonderful introduction to me, if you're not connected with me, you can hold your phone up to the QR code here and it'll take you directly to my profile. I'm not including how to create a LinkedIn QR code in this presentation, but I have a LinkedIn YouTube channel. And if you go to those, I'll share the link at the end, or I'll have Albert share it when he sends out the email. I do have a video on how you can create your LinkedIn QR code and then use it like I'm doing today on the presentation, or when you meet people in person. It's fantastic. I don't even have business cards anymore. I just use my LinkedIn QR code when I connect with people. So I'm a LinkedIn consultant, trainer, coach. I'm also the founder and CEO of the Expat Woman, which is a global platform for women living across the world to help them connect with each other, step into the spotlight, find resources so they can lead purposeful and successful and happy lives abroad. All right, and with that, let's move on. So today I'm going to walk you through the 5 pillars to leverage LinkedIn to showcase your expertise and leadership to stand out from the crowd. So whether you're looking for a job, or you're looking to start a business or grow a business, and I think I even saw a question in the Q&A box from Farah Jaffer, I think, who's joining us from the UK, how she's looking to do more public speaking. So LinkedIn, whatever your goals are, LinkedIn can help you achieve those, right? And we're going to walk through how to do this. So first of all, I know it's lunchtime for some of you, or maybe the evening or night for some of you in Europe, but just let's focus on this LinkedIn Masterclass. You've invested 1 hour of your time, so I request you to turn off all distractions as we move forward. So let's start with Googling your name. Have you ever Googled your name? And if you haven't, why don't you go ahead and Google your name and let me know what shows up in the Google. So a quick little less and a homework for you to do, or rather a task for you to do while we are in this workshop. Just Google your name and then let me know what shows up in the chat. Okay. Yeah, it goes for pages on me. So Janine, does it show your LinkedIn page right at the top? Because if you look at when I Google my name, and I have a lot of media coverage on about me, because I did a documentary film, I run the Expat Woman, but my LinkedIn profile shows up right at the top. So that's really, and the reason I'm asking you to do this exercise is, with Google being so accessible, and most of us use Google all the time, more than any other search engines. And LinkedIn's also indexed on Bing and other search engines. But when you meet someone, or we want to hire someone, either to work for a company, or to hire because you want help with them, or as Farhad said, you're looking maybe to hire them to speak at an event or a summit. Yeah, they will Google your name. So you want to make sure that your profile is complete and truly represents what you want to be known for, who you help, and how you help them. Okay. So yeah, as I said, LinkedIn is among the top Google index sites, and people who are likely to hire you or learn more about you are going to check out your LinkedIn profile. And when LinkedIn first was launched in 2002 in San Francisco, where Albert and I are based, it was really for geared towards job seekers and recruiters. So most of us just uploaded our resume, right? When I joined LinkedIn in 2007, I just uploaded my resume, and all I did was I used it to connect with people. But now it's changed so much, and I'm going to touch on some of those features on how it's really your digital reputation. You can use LinkedIn so strategically to showcase who you are, so people will want to work with you. Okay. So let me know. So I also want to get a sense of people in the audience. What are you currently using LinkedIn for? Let me know. Okay. What are your goals for LinkedIn for this year? Let me know in the comments. And Dina and Janine both said when they Google their name, their LinkedIn profile showed up right at the top. Thanks for sharing that. So what are you currently using LinkedIn for? Let me know in the chat. I'm sure all of you are okay. So Dina says job searching. Sarah says job searching. Pranali said get my partners and sponsors for the podcast. And that's excellent, because LinkedIn, Dina uses for looking up people. Ivan looking for networking. I love that. Thank you so much for sharing. So you can see how diverse it is, right? Tara's using it for job searching, LinkedIn Learning. Farah's using to network, but I want to gain more publicity of public speaking. Janine is start to build my profile to generate business leads for coaching. Excellent. Kim is using it for job searching and networking. So you can see how diverse it is, and it can change, right? Maybe today you're using LinkedIn to find a job. Maybe in a few months' time you have that job, but now you're looking at using LinkedIn to showcase your thought leadership, right? I think someone had mentioned they use it to find sponsors for their podcast, because LinkedIn, studies have shown that I think about 70% of LinkedIn users have the buying power because their incomes are higher. Like on Instagram and Facebook, you usually have people who want to on the platform to make friends, to share about their family, their trips. And again, Facebook is great. I mean, Albert has been doing such a great job with Facebook groups, but LinkedIn is really where the professionals are. There are over 1 billion professionals on LinkedIn, and and it's also very popular with companies. So if you're looking to hire professionals for your company, you're looking to work for a company, you're looking to host workshops for a company, looking to get clients from who are professionals, LinkedIn is a platform. So thanks for sharing that. Okay, and then let me know, what is your current level of expertise with this platform? And if you're just starting off, if you're a beginner, that's fine. That's why you're here today, right? Maybe you're somewhat knowledgeable. If you're an expert, maybe you're looking to learn some new tips from me. So let me know so this will also help me decide how, what to really focus on. Okay, Dina says not an expert, somewhat knowledgeable, beginner. Okay, wonderful. So yeah, and just think about it, because this beginner, I have no idea how to use it. No, Farah, don't apologize. That's why you're here. And I'm always excited to showcase and share how to use LinkedIn. So I appreciate you all being so honest. Again, there's no right or wrong answer. And hopefully after this workshop, you will have the some expertise and tips to, go from somewhat knowledgeable to expert, or don't use it, to somewhat knowledgeable. It's a learning process. And you've started off in 2024 January, which is fantastic, by joining this workshop. Okay, so when you use LinkedIn, I don't want you to treat it like you're throwing spaghetti on the wall and hoping something will stick, right? For instance, I use Instagram, and I haven't really figured out how to use Instagram, because my social media platform of choice is LinkedIn. So when so I get my business and I build my network mostly on LinkedIn. I just have an Instagram presence, but on Instagram, I feel I am throwing spaghetti on the wall and hoping something will stick, which is fine, because Instagram is not my number one social media platform. LinkedIn is, and the fact that all of you are joining here today is because you want to use LinkedIn. So I want you to think about how to be strategic on LinkedIn. Okay. Yeah, Janice said she wants to understand what works best on LinkedIn. Okay. So these are very important for, really showcasing who you are on LinkedIn, mastering LinkedIn. You have to understand or uncover what you want to accomplish on this platform. What do you want to be known for? And who are you trying to influence or reach? This is really important, because then your profile, the content you create, the people you connect with will all link back to your goals on LinkedIn. So you're not just, posting randomly or just connecting with everyone who reaches out to you. So, sorry, I need to go forward. It is your 24/7 digital billboard. And so that's why it's really important to, again, showcase who you are, what you want to be known for, what your expertise is, who you want to connect with. Okay, because as I said, you just Google. Maybe when you're asleep, someone in another country might Google your name, and if your profile or the content you create or the comments you leave on people's posts don't really showcase who you are, they might move on to someone else. So you're leaving money on the table, and that's why it's so important to be strategic. Okay, so before we move forward, I want you to think about your goals. So we're going to do this 3-minute post-it party, okay, where we're going to create your LinkedIn mission statement. This is the first step. So again, don't worry about getting it right. Don't overthink it. Just go with the flow and create something. Okay, so if you don't have post-its, you can do it on your phone under notes, or you can pull up a diary, a journal, or piece of paper. So you're going to grab a pen and a couple of post-its. I'm just doing post-its, but I gave you other options. Set a timer for 3 minutes. Label the first post-it, or you can make a column on the paper or on your notes. Who am I? And list one thing that you want to be known as. Example, coach, recruiter, public speaker. Label the second post-it as whom do I help? So think of who you want to serve. If you're a job seeker, who is your target audience in terms of employers? If you're a coach, who is your target audience? And then the third one, label the third post-it as what do I help them accomplish, right? Is it to help them be more productive, get more sales, help them hire, if you're a recruiter, hire diversity. So think about those, okay? So I'm going to set my timer for 3 minutes, and I want you to, and then if you're comfortable, I'm going to ask you to share, okay? So let's go ahead and set our timers. And this is a really useful exercise, so I really encourage you to do it. Okay, I've set my timer, so go ahead and do it. And if you were, once you do that, okay, the next step is write your mission statement, okay, and then share it in the comments if you're comfortable. Again, you're just starting off. We don't expect you to be perfect, but write the mission statement, who you are. So in my case, I say LinkedIn trainer and consultant. Who do I support? I support executives, entrepreneurs, and small business teams. Strategic, and what do I help them do? I help them strategically leverage LinkedIn to showcase their expertise so they get the opportunities they want. So who you are, who you support, and what do you help them or support them with. So once you do that, let us know, share in the chat box. And again, this is the first step, so don't worry about it not sounding perfect. Again, I don't want you to overthink it, and that's my whole lesson with LinkedIn. Do not overthink it, right? Just put yourself out there. Like Nike says, just do it. So we have 1 minute left. Let's see who's going to go. Okay, Farah's already done it. Great, Farah. Public speaker helping women and men to become more positive and happier with themselves. Wonderful. That's really good, Farah. That's excellent. And you could use, now that you have this statement, this mission statement, I mean, you can work on it further. Again, I'm always tweaking my mission statement, but you could use that in your LinkedIn profile headline. You could use that in your about section. You could use it in your experience section. And you can use it as an elevator pitch as well. What you say to people in person should be the same as what you have on your LinkedIn profile, because it's your personal brand. Whatever you put out there is how people are going to decide whether they want to work with you, right? So make sure it's consistent across all platforms, and what you say to people also in person. Does anyone else want to share? Yes. Okay. Okay, I'm a brand strategist and creative director. I love connecting the dots to craft stellar brand experiences for startup. Wonderful. Thank you so much, Nalel Lee. That's really powerful again. So keep sharing the chat, okay? And I'm going to keep moving on, but share in the chat, because that's the first step, right? You're putting it there. You're putting it out there. And let's read Janine's, and then I'll move forward. She's an intuitive coach and trainer who helps mature women in technology. So you can see how specific she is, who her target audience is. It's mature women in technology, and then how she helps them break through their inner barriers to realize their vision and fulfill their potential. Wonderful. Thank you so much, Janine. All right. Yeah, you can, Farah. You can definitely. Remember, it's a work in progress. It's dynamic. So just keep tweaking it. So these are the 5 pillars to build your brand, develop your credibility, and get hired. Again, get hired could be getting a job, getting hired by clients when you're a coach, or as far as a public speaker, getting people to hire you to speak at the events or conferences. Okay. So these are the 5 pillars: profile, content, connections, conversations, creator mode. Okay. So I'm going to go through each of these. So let's start with your profile. And again, I'm only going to go at a very high level, because we only have 45 minutes or 40 minutes left, and it'll take me several hours to go through it deeper. We are hosting a 6 weeks LinkedIn workshop at a very affordable price that Albert will share at the end. So we can definitely go deeper. This is just an overview, but I'm also going to share some tips that you can implement. Okay. So, and I love seeing everyone sharing in the chat. Great job. And these all sound really good. Okay. So let's keep moving. So, so your profile, the first thing people see when they go to your profile is your banner, your profile photograph, and your headline. We just did your LinkedIn mission statement. So these need to reflect what your LinkedIn mission is, right? Again, you don't want to confuse people. You want to make it as clear as possible, as concise as possible. And again, this takes time, but let's start today, okay? So now this is a banner that I used a while ago, but I just wanted to show you this because at one time I had a membership called Her Success Society. So I was promoting the Her Success Society. So the banner is also dynamic. So if you have an event coming up, you have a workshop, you're speaking at an event, your company is doing something, you can change the banner. You can change it as often as you want, okay? Your profile photograph, you want to make sure your profile photograph is shoulders up, that you're looking at the camera, preferably wearing a solid color and have a neutral background. Don't have any animals in it unless you are, you take care of pets. That's your job. Don't have your kids in the photograph. don't have any distractions. Make sure just your face, because again, studies have shown that having a LinkedIn profile photograph without any distractions, that really just shows you, are more likely to get people wanting to connect with you and maybe approach you for the opportunities that you're looking for. And then, of course, your headline, you have 220 characters in your headline. You can even add something fun. During the pandemic, I used to walk 6 to 8 miles daily. Now I walk about 3 to 5 miles outside, depending on the weather. But this was a good conversation starter. People would write to me and ask me more about this. And it also adds a little personality and humanizes your profile. And that's what I want you to keep in mind: being authentic, being human, not just sounding like a robot. Like very often our profiles sound more, like they're not as humanized as our LinkedIn profile. So make your profile where people want to approach you, they want to work with you, because people buy from people, right? So this is the first tip that I want to share. Before you edit and update your profile, you should save it as a PDF, okay? So this is how you save it as a PDF. On your LinkedIn profile, you go to More, and when you click on More, you see this drop-down box, Save to PDF. Click on that, and then you can save it as a PDF. So make sure you do that before you edit your profile, so you have your original profile, and do that every time you edit your profile. Make sure your profile is set to visible. I can't tell you how many people who either connect with me or I want to connect with them. Sometimes their photograph is not visible, or if I Google their name, the LinkedIn profile doesn't show up. So you want to, again, if you are want to stand out on LinkedIn and you're looking for new opportunities, you want to make sure you're found, right? So this is how you make sure your profile is set to visible. So you go to your profile page, and then you see here public profile and URL. Okay, when you see it on the right-hand corner, so you click on it, and then you'll see edit visibility. So make sure your public profile's public is visible, and that's why it's very important that you have a complete profile, or you keep working on it, keep updating it, keep looking at it, keep asking for feedback. Okay, so you want to make sure that all LinkedIn members on or off LinkedIn can find your profile, that it's visible if they do a search. And then if you scroll down, I haven't shown you all, but make sure everything else is also set to visible. Toggle the buttons to turn them on to show, okay? And then tip 3, verify your profile. This is fairly new. It's being rolled out to different countries. The US was one of the first to get it because LinkedIn is based in the US. But there's so many fake profiles and bots on LinkedIn now. And so that's why LinkedIn came up with this new feature, so people know that you are a real person, you have a government ID, that you actually live in the country that you say you are. So this is how you can verify your profile. You'll see, if you go to my profile, if you see people's profiles and you see this check mark next to their profile, that means my profile has been verified, but it also means you have the ability to verify your profile. If you don't see this check mark on my name, so I would suggest you all go to my profile if you haven't verified it as yet, and see if you can see this. If you can see this, that means this check mark, that means you can also verify your profile. If you don't see it, that means you don't have it yet, but don't worry, LinkedIn is rolling it out to everyone. Okay, so how do you verify it? Again, you go to your profile, you go to the More button, remember where we also saved our PDF, and you scroll down till you go to About This Profile, okay? And then I've verified my profile, but it'll give you that opportunity to verify it. It's very simple. It's one of the simplest things I've ever done to verify something. So I'd encourage you to do it. You can use your ID, you can use your passport. And again, various countries, the requirements will vary, but I had misplaced my California ID, so I used my passport and it accepted it. And even though my name on my passport is my full name, this is Naina Kapuri, on LinkedIn is a shorter name, it still accepted my ID and verified my profile. Yeah. All right. Tip 4. And I see Cecil Jones asked, why did the webinar start early? Cecil, Albert, who's hosting this webinar, has another engagement. It's really hosted by Albert's List and at 12:30, and so he brought it forward. I believe he sent an email to everyone saying that, yeah, there's Albert's responding. Albert, if you can just jump in the comments. Yeah, and someone said, do I want to verify my profile? You definitely want to. Again, if you are on LinkedIn and you're on LinkedIn because you want to be found, you want to be seen as an expert, you have, it's better to get it verified. You're not, again, LinkedIn has vetted these organizations, so I believe, they all, and again, people can find your information you want. I mean, look at the amount of information being leaked. Yeah, again, it's up to you, Gina, but I feel if you're really wanting to leverage this platform, it's better to get verified. And I notice a lot of employers too and are looking to hire people who have a verified profile. I've heard this through some surveys done. And also, if your profile is verified, you're more likely to show up in a LinkedIn search. But again, it's up to each person. Yeah. Okay, so the next pillar is content. Okay, let me just check the time. Okay, so tip 1 is have a content strategy. Okay, don't just post randomly. You want to have a content strategy. Okay, so again, remember your mission statement. You want to post content that showcases your expertise. Keep your target audience and goals in mind. Maybe have a theme for each month. Like, for instance, if I take my example and I wanted to have a theme for every month, maybe 1 month I'd focus on LinkedIn profiles, another month LinkedIn strategies, a third month LinkedIn content. So you could even do that if it makes it easier. Post 1 to 5 times a week. Do not post more than 2 times a day. LinkedIn is not like Instagram or Facebook. If you post more than once a day, the algorithm will not show your first or second post to too many people. So once a day is enough. If you can't post every day, because it is a lot, focus on posting once a week or once every other week, but create a cadence so people know that, oh, every Tuesday I can expect a post from Dina, because I saw Dina's name. Okay, so try and be consistent. Yeah. Okay, sorry, I have a content strategy. So we spoke about that. Create different types of content. So again, LinkedIn's giving us these opportunities to create a whole bunch of different content. So, for me, it's also interesting because sometimes it's boring to just create text posts every week. You can do, so here are some of the types of content you can create: text, polls, videos. You can do an image post with a little bit of text. A lot of people now are posting selfies on LinkedIn, and it's totally fine. Just make sure it's related to what you're saying. Say, if I took a selfie right now of me in front of my computer teaching this workshop, I could post it on LinkedIn, or I could just take a selfie of myself at the end of it, maybe, showing a really happy face because I love hosting it, and then say, just finished hosting my masterclass on how to master LinkedIn in 2024. I loved the engagement in the chat. I love the questions that were asked me. I'm excited to train people on using LinkedIn. So it could be a selfie, but it's related to, I have something to say about it. Okay. And again, it's related to my mission, which is to train people in leveraging LinkedIn. You can do reposts, but if you do a repost, don't just repost a post. Add a thought to it, add your insight to it, or take maybe a sentence or two from the post and say, this really resonated with me, and always tag the person whose post you're reposting. You can do document posts, which are like slides, like a presentation carousel type of post. And I'll be sharing more about all this in the LinkedIn 6 weeks workshop series. We'll go into each of these and I'll show you how to create them. And then there's articles and newsletters. And tip 3 is speak with people, not to people, through your content. So don't just post content. You want to involve people. You want to create conversations. Remember, LinkedIn is a 24/7 networking platform. LinkedIn focus is on helping people connect, right? That's why we have first degree connections, second degree, third degree connections. So you want to really engage people in the conversation. That's like I'm trying to engage you in this conversation. Even though I'm teaching the workshop, I'm still trying to get you involved. Okay. Yeah, so one way to do that is, one is you want to add value. So again, if you know who your target audience is, it's easy to create content because you know how they're going to benefit. Be authentic. Nowadays, with all this AI, with ChatGPT, I see people's posts, all they do is copy and paste the ChatGPT post. You can tell this is not written by a person, this is written by AI. You could use ChatGPT to get suggestions, but please, tweak it to sound like you. What do you sound like? Make it authentic, right? There's no harm in showcasing who you are on LinkedIn. And then if you want to get people involved, have them ask a question at the end of their post to create conversation. So I want to encourage you. And this last week, I was very impressed with how many people participated in this my task. Create content today. So take a screenshot of one of the slides that you will watch, share a takeaway or share why you want to leverage LinkedIn 2024. You can tag me in the post. If you've connected with other people on this Zoom, you could also tag them, because a lot of people are sharing links to their LinkedIn. And again, if you haven't, go ahead and share a link to your LinkedIn profile. So do this, tag me, and again, this is a way to create content. It's show people that LinkedIn is 2024 is a year you're going to leverage LinkedIn. And you can even add your mission statement and say, this is what I put together on LinkedIn. And do not be shy. Don't worry about being judged. Don't worry about making a fool of yourself. Those are self-limiting beliefs. That's imposter syndrome. And that's the first thing you need to do when you're putting yourself out on LinkedIn. Tune off to that voice in your head that says, who are you to be on this professional platform? All of you have unique expertise. All of you have unique experiences. All of you have something to share. Even if one person can benefit from what you have to share, you've done your job. So I want to encourage you all to do a post today. As I said last week, I was so impressed and blown away by how many people shared used this tip to implemented this tip rather. Okay, so the next pillar is connections. So again, as I said, it's a 24/7 virtual networking event. What I love about LinkedIn is there are no gatekeepers. So, sometimes you want to get to the CEO of a company, or you want to get to a recruiter or project manager, or, somebody, and it's very hard, right? To get people's email addresses. And even if you do reach out to them by email or cold calling, it feels like you're spamming them. But you can follow and connect, not just senior leaders, but anyone, even peers, right? So that's what I love about LinkedIn. And you can connect with people across the world. So, but again, I don't want you to just connect with everyone. I don't want you to focus on metrics. Think about who's my target audience, or who works with my target audience. If you are a coach, career coach, then figure out who else works with job seekers, or who else works with, if you're a recruiter, who else is hiring people, and see who their connections are, comment on their posts. So be strategic. Be strategic about whom you invite. So don't just accept every connection request. There's so many times when there's a connection request, very often I'll go to their profile. At first I want to check if they're a real person or a bot, right? And then whether they're my target audience. Any of you connect today, I will accept your connection request, because obviously you're interested in leveraging LinkedIn. That's why you're attending this masterclass. So you are my audience, because I share a lot of valuable LinkedIn tips and strategies. And I want you to be able to see them if you connect with me. And when it's necessary, include a personalized note. If you're going to connect with me today, I request you to send me a note saying, because I get so many LinkedIn requests. So send me a note saying that, hey, I attended your LinkedIn masterclass. If you have any feedback to give me, a testimonial, do include it, because who doesn't, when, after teaching a 1-hour workshop, and then you get all these nice connection requests with people telling me, why they enjoyed it, or a takeaway, or how they're going to leverage LinkedIn. I love it. And last week, I also shared some of those messages in a LinkedIn post I did after the workshop. And I also put in my newsletter. So a lot of people got a lot of additional coverage, because I was so grateful to them. Use strategies to find the people. If you're like, how do I find people on LinkedIn who are my target audience? So look, maybe you want to work for, say, you want to work for Facebook or Meta, right? So go to their Facebook, and I'm giving you a big company, but there's so many smaller startups. I know a startup called Alchemy, which is so it's based in San Francisco. I know at one time they were hiring on a lot of people. So you could look up Alchemy and then look at who are the people working at the company, right? And then you could follow them, see what they're posting. Again, you want to connect with people who are active on LinkedIn, but I also connect with people who are not very active on LinkedIn, but I start building that relationship. You went to school, maybe there are colleagues of yours who are, you want to connect with, because they're your target audience. So they might know people who you want to connect with. You can join groups. Maybe you're a product manager, so you could find product management groups on LinkedIn. You can find events. So there are 3 types of events that are hosted on LinkedIn. There are LinkedIn Lives, there are LinkedIn audio events, and then people also create events. Like I created an event page this week and last week for this this masterclass, right? So last week a lot of people joined it. This week not so many people, because I know you're already signed up on Eventbrite. I know I sent a message saying join the LinkedIn event page. Why I love LinkedIn event pages, especially, you know, if you can join before and then you're able to see who's attending the event, you can connect with people and the speaker even before the event. And you also find people who are interested in the topic you're interested in. You can use hashtags and keywords to find people to connect with. Okay, so for instance, this is last week, because last week we at least had 23 people sign up on the event page. So if you were looking to connect with people, you could see here that, you know, all these people had signed up. So I could message them, I could connect with them. So yeah, if I clicked on networking, I pulled up the wrong box, but if I clicked on networking, it would show me you can connect with people who have attended an event or attending an event, because usually you can't always send connection requests to everyone or message everyone, but LinkedIn events allows you to message people directly. So I really like it. So I encourage you to start finding events on LinkedIn. And I don't want you to spam people and just connect with people. Be strategic and let them know why you're connecting with them. Okay. And again, focus on the quality, not quantity, because it's not about the metrics. It's even if you have 100 people, I would say try and get to 500. Okay, that should be a goal, but 500 people, you can do it over a period of time, but be strategic. Okay. Yeah, don't focus on the metrics. Don't accept every connection request to connect randomly so you can increase the number of followers in your profile. Do not focus on that. The fourth pillar is conversation. Leverage LinkedIn messages. You want to use LinkedIn messages. You want to use LinkedIn messages to connect with people. This is such a powerful tool, right? And not many people are using it. And I also wanted to add that there are over 1 billion people on LinkedIn right now, but only 1 to 3% of people are actually active on the platform. Excuse me. I want you, this is one of my goals for you, and this should be one of your goals for 2024, to be within that 1 to 3%. Of course, if all of you start being active, it'll go up to 4 or 5%, but you want to stand out on LinkedIn. You don't want to be one of those lurkers, or, you know, I hate the word lurker, but you know what I mean. You're just scrolling through posts, but you're not really showing up. So, but LinkedIn messages are another great way to connect with people. I shared already, but telling people why you want to connect with them, sending them welcome messages after they've connected with you. Link celebration messages. Very often you'll receive notifications saying it's someone's birthday or work anniversary. And when you send a message to someone, a celebration message or a nurturing relationship message, look at their profile, look at the activity on the profile, and see if there's something specific that stands out to you, especially if this is someone who you want to really build a relationship with because you want them to hire you, you want to hire them, you want to work with them. See if there's something specific. Maybe they shared something about their company, or they shared something personal. People are even sharing stuff like, you know, they gave birth to a child, or the child graduated. I mean, LinkedIn's getting more, as I said, human, and that's fine because people buy from people. You don't want, not every post should be about your personal life, but it's totally fine because you want to add, you know, again, that personal touch to it. So yeah, look at stuff like that. You can even connect with people and then take it off LinkedIn. And I encourage you to do that because LinkedIn could go away at some point. I mean, it's a great platform. All I've seen is the evolution and, you know, getting better, but you also want to see if you can take those relationships offline, especially if you have your own business. See if there's a way to bring them onto your mailing list. Okay, so how many of you have received a pitch slap? Let me know in the comments. Say pitch slap. Okay, so this is as soon as you connect with someone. Yeah, as soon as you connect with someone, the next thing they do is they send you a message trying to sell you something, or can we jump on a call for 15 minutes? Can we meet for coffee? Don't do that. And especially if you're looking for a job, do not connect with the recruiter and then say, please hire me. You have to be strategic. You want to nurture the every day, right? Yeah, way too many. So don't be, and now there's so many bots and AI doing it too. So and that's why I say also be careful about who's a connection request you accept. Very often you know, in their first connection request itself, I find it a little sketchy, like what they're saying. I know they're trying to sell me something. I'm like, I've had people try to sell me LinkedIn training coaching. And I'm like, have you even read my profile? So, and some people have actually done some creative things. They have like a word in their about section. So they say it in their thing. If you want to connect with me and I know you've read your profile, enter this word. Maybe the word could be mango. I'm just saying a mango. And they put that in the connection request. So they've read it. Okay. Yeah, exactly, Dina. Yeah, I see all of you getting so frustrated, right? Yeah. Okay. And yeah, the term is really funny. I didn't coin it. Someone else coined it, but I just love using it because I really feel like I'm being pitch slapped. And as many of you say, almost every day. Yeah. So instead, introduce who you are and what you do, how you found their profile. People love to know how you found them, right? I love when people say how they found their profile and something that resonates with you or you find interesting in their profile. Again, you want to stand out, right? Especially based on all the stuff many of you shared in the chat in the beginning on why you want to be on LinkedIn. You want to stand out and be memorable in your messages. And this is one strategy on how you can be memorable after you've connected. You can send voice messages or video messages. Can you let me know in the chat, how, if any of you are currently sending voice messages or video messages or sent them in the past on LinkedIn Messenger, not anywhere else. Yeah, okay. That's fine. And that's why you're here today, and that's why I'm showing you this. So this is how, and I know I see a lot of questions. Let's leave the questions till at the end so I can respond to all of them because I know we have a hard stop at 12:30 and I'll definitely get, and if we can't finish the questions now, maybe, you can ask the questions either on the LinkedIn event page or in the Albert's Facebook group and I can respond to them. Okay. So yeah, you can take a video and send it. So if the voice and video messages can only be sent via your phone. Okay, so you need to make sure you download the app on your phone and then you can take a video and send a message, or you can send an audio message. And the beauty is you can try as many times as you want till you're satisfied and then you can send it. Okay. And then the third one is engage in the comments. This is such a great way to create comments, create conversation. Another thing I hate is when people post and ghost. That means they post something and then you're leaving a comment or they've asked a question, you're commenting on their post and they'll just like your comment. They won't even bother to respond to your comment. It's like you're going up to a speaker after an event and you say, you share why you like their presentation, and then the speaker shakes your hand and walks away. So it's something like that, right? So don't be rude. So, interact, comment, and also comment on and remember we spoke about finding your target audience. So start commenting on their posts or the company posts or group pages or event pages you can also send messaging and in comment threads. You can even comment on a comment if you feel that the comment's powerful, or you want to nurture a relationship with someone who's commented on a post. They're not the originators of the post or the creator of the post, but they commented. Okay, so this is so strategic. And when you comment, you want to not just say great post, or I like it. You can leave something to showcase your expertise. That's why it's important again to comment on posts that are within your area of expertise and what you want to be known for. I sometimes comment on posts that are not, and that's fine too, because sometimes I just want to lift someone up. Someone got a new job or someone's looking for a job and I want to share it. But I don't do that as often as commenting on posts where I want to showcase myself as the expert. Okay. And then, so for instance, you can see as I said, this week, the LinkedIn event page didn't get many people signing up, even though I asked people to join, which is fine. I know everyone's busy, but last week, for instance, Dr. Adriana, this was so you can even do this after this event. She shared on the event page, that I'd created on LinkedIn, this was another thing. I'm sorry, I'm mixing up. I did a LinkedIn live last week and somebody then commented. So if you attend an event online or something like this, you can still leave comments and get noticed and showcase who you are. Okay. Yeah. So this is what I was trying to get at. Leave a comment on this LinkedIn Masterclass event page on LinkedIn. I've shared that link with, I think, almost everyone. I can look for it and share it in the link. So again, you can ask questions there. You can share your key takeaways. But my main thing is create a post and share a post about today. Yeah, and I said it. I've already covered this. The final one is creator mode. How many of you are aware of creator mode? let me know if you're aware of it and if you're using it. And if you don't, that's fine. Okay, Yvonne is aware of it. And if you don't know what creator mode on LinkedIn, it's fine. And it's really the next level of we're all talking about standing out on LinkedIn, building our personal brand, showcasing our credibility. Yeah. Okay, so that's fine. So it's one of the best tools to showcase your expertise on LinkedIn. So this is a little bit after you have got comfortable with creating content, optimizing your profile, commenting. How do you then take it to the next level, right? So, and Sahil, Janine said she's using it, and Sahil says he's using it too. So let me know in the comments how Janine and Salil, how you use it, so people can know. Okay, so you'll see if you go to your profile, you'll see creator mode under resources. Only you can see this. Okay, and you'll see creator mode. Right now, you can just play with it. You can toggle it to on. Okay. Okay, and then we have LinkedIn Live, LinkedIn Audio, LinkedIn Newsletter. So these are some of the features that Creator Mode provides. And this is so powerful, right? Instead of, especially for those who said they want to be a public speaker, and even if you want to get hired, how powerful if you hosted a LinkedIn audio event and you interviewed a few recruiters, you interviewed Albert, you can, it's free to use LinkedIn Audio. It's free to create LinkedIn newsletters. LinkedIn Live, it's like Zoom, but it streams onto LinkedIn. You need to use StreamYard or Restream, which are streaming services, but I think there's also a free one. You'll have to look into it. Yeah. So that, and Pranali, that I'll be covering LinkedIn Live and audio in the workshop series that I will be hosting starting next week in collaboration with Albert. And Albert will share more about that. There'll be a whole 1-hour workshop on how you can leverage these platforms to really stand out and showcase your expertise. So you can see one of the LinkedIn lives that I did. I interviewed this doctor in England who uses LinkedIn really well. Okay. LinkedIn audio events. I host them regularly. This was a Women Leaders in Tech LinkedIn audio event. Okay. This is my LinkedIn newsletter. And so you can join it, and I share tips. I've now made it a weekly newsletter. Okay, so so that is it. I know this is a lot of information, but I just want to tell you, these are the 5 pillars. It's not just your profile, it's not just your content. They all are important for you to really stand out on LinkedIn. Anyone can do it. You do not have to be like this great LinkedIn guru. Anyone can use the platform. It's so simple, and I really encourage you to do so. Okay. So with that, and again, I encourage you all to use, you can even take a screenshot of this or anything else. And if you've taken already, and create a post and share it, and share your takeaways, or what is one thing you want to do on LinkedIn this year. All right. So with that, I will hand it over to Albert, and then we can look at questions at the end. Albert, let me know how you want to move forward. I will stop the share.
Yes, so I am here. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen for the next part of this particular webinar. So thank you everyone for joining today. Appreciate your time here. And also
Albert,
thank you for... Yes.
You're welcome. Sorry to jump in. I'll answer the questions at the end, right? After you share your screen, right? Because you have to leave at 12:30. So yeah.
Yeah, so I have a hard stop at 12:30.
Yeah. So let's go through this. Yeah, and then I can answer some of the questions. Thanks, Albert.
Yeah. Yep, and she can answer your questions after I hit stop on the record button. So yes, thank you everybody for coming again. Appreciate it so much. Wanted to just come in here for the last part, and yes, you will be getting a recording, and that will come later on today. So for anyone who's asking, that's your answer. So one thing that we wanted to offer as a follow-up, so I know Nina has shared a lot of wonderful content today, and there is a follow-up to this. And one thing that we want to offer you is our follow-up 6 weeks to success LinkedIn Mastery Workshop. And so this is the event page for it. It's also on Eventbrite right now. I'm going to go ahead and drop the link into the comments here. And this is an opportunity for you to not only listen to what Nina had to offer today, but to also learn more about how you can apply this specifically to your own brand building, business building, job hunting, however you're looking for it for the remainder of 2024. And so what is this, right? What is our boot camp? It's a 6-week immersive experience that will help you build your LinkedIn presence, whether you want to get that job, get a new client, build credibility, network, and you'll learn everything from LinkedIn optimizations to the various strategies that Nina just mentioned, to content creation, strategic networking, writing messages that people reply to and will get read. And all of this, right? So because Nina's she coaches individuals and she coaches teams. If you get this individual, it's something that, she charges, I think, $250 for. So you get that. Instead, we're offering group coaching because it's more scalable, and we're just offering it for $197 today. And so what I'm encouraging all of you to do, because many of you are still here, we're giving you an early bird code. So go to the Eventbrite page that I shared with you, and you can get $30 off, which bumps it down to the $197 that we're giving you this boot camp for. And so what is it? This starts next week on the 23rd, going through February 27th. So in a month, you're going to learn a lot about LinkedIn strategies, optimizing your profile, and so forth. It's every single Tuesday going forward, starting at noon. And so you can learn everything from leveraging creator mode to building and nurturing your network, optimizing your profile, creating content, and really learning all these LinkedIn strategies. And this will be all followed up within an email, and you also get access to that Eventbrite page as well. In addition, you're also going to get office hours that are hosted by me and Nina. Mine start on January 25th, February 1st, and February 15th, all at 6 to 7 or noon to 1. You can answer any and all questions. I can answer any and all questions that you have. And then Nina will also be hosting office hours on the 15th, 22nd, and 29th. And you'll get all of your questions answered in that group setting. One more thing for everyone who signs up today and in the next 48 hours, instead of the first 7, I'm also offering an hour-long career coaching session with me for free. So I'm happy to review your resume, give you a mock interview, give you career advice, do any brainstorming. I'm the founder of Albert's List. So for those of you who may have not made it to the beginning, I've been running a job search community called Albert's List here for the last 11 years. And so I've read a lot of resumes, I've heard a lot of mock interviews, and I've been through both thick and thin here in the career world. And this is the $225 value that I'm throwing in for everyone for free who uses this early bird code. And so a link is here in the Eventbrite. I don't want to sell too much, but I do want to offer you that if there's something that you're looking up for a change in the new year here, it is that opportunity for you to do so. So I'm going to go ahead and drop that link in here. Use early bird for $30 off. The code is good for 48 hours only. So check that out. I want all of you to be successful. It's important for me that more folks are able to stand out professionally, at $197 plus the free coaching plus the office hours is a very, very good deal. And you're not going to really find it anywhere else because everybody else is charging at least 3 to 4 times more. And for me and for Nina, it's all about being able to give people access to this stuff without, breaking the bank. So yeah, that's it for me. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording here and hop on out. Nina, I know you have a lot of questions that are coming up here. I think you're still a panelist, so I'm hoping I can leave.
Can you make me a host? Can you make me a host so I don't get knocked out? I think you can make me a co-host or something, right?
You are a panelist, so
okay.
let me also, make you
while you're doing that, I'll keep talking. So yeah, I just want to piggyback on